Ninachukua hiyo kalamu na kutengeneza tuanze. Kuna haraka, andika tu, andika. Sasa andika tu.
Kini simalizia yako.
Oh, unataka ni okay, ndio basi. Acha rekebisha jina alafu anarekebisha jina.
Calvin.
Haya, achana na yeye asikii. Sasa sio huyu andiki. Leta huyu.
Hilda. Kuja kumbele. Yeah, lakini make sure it's pointing properly. Usitoe. Usitonishe. Make hivyo papa. Make sure the mic is facing properly. Yeke hapo katikati, in the middle. Hilda, you see how the mics are facing? Yetu iko combo. I'm saying the mic itself, the tiny lavalier. That one there. I'm on the other side of the table. Just sort the mic for me.
Hiyo microphone yako iko wapi?
Eka hapa nyuma basi, but make sure the mic is facing properly.
Ile nyingine ushawasha.
That's too far. That's too far. Either just put it in the middle or on top of that mic. Yes, shida. Hadi microphone yangu ina shida. Salamoni.
Umeingia live mapema.
Ushaingia live.
Sitoka kwanza.
Utakuja kujua umuhimu wa kuinvest. Sawa. Yaani ni kama sasa niende mtu wa saloni kanataka kuonyesha mtu wa trailer na mafua kona. Unasikia? Mtu wa saloni kanataka kuonyesha mtu wa trailer na mafua kona.
Kama pia umeshatengeneza hii iko sawa. Kama hivi sasa. Hizo ni namba kwa switch.
Naona tuko wengi. That's why I'm excited by the sheer numbers. I will give, I know you are ready. My apologies for stepping in a bit late. The morning was very hectic with the usual ministry schedules and work. And then I was going through you also this statement. I'm ready. It's a press statement that is written. So we will do very quickly so that we can save on lost time. Then after that, maybe we can have a question or two. But I think when I go through the very short statement, there may be no need of questions. I would request that we remain within the context of this press conference and not very necessary. I would not want to go to other subjects, just this one, if you will indulge me. Agreed? Good. Members of Before the Estate, the entire audience of Before the Estate, and Kenyans who I serve. This press statement is in response to an allegation made by Senator Karungo Wathangwa, Kiambu County Senator, which he made on Saturday 13th of September 2025 in Roiro Town in respect of land reference number 11261/76. This statement he made during the tour by former Deputy President of that region and other places thereafter. I want to give the perspective that is held by the ministry in terms of the records so that I can clarify, because you are aware that in his press statement, he did accuse the Cabinet Secretary, Lands, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development, with other people or persons, of stealing the land in Roiro. This is the true position. According to records held in the Ministry of Land Registry here at Nairobi Central Registry, land reference number 1126/76, measuring 205 hectares, that is 506.6 acres. May I repeat? The land is measuring 205.0 of a hectare. And in acreage, it is 506.6 hectares. And this land is more particularly shown on survey plan number 240775, which was registered in the name of Kangaita Coffee Estate Limited on 20th May 2002. This property is for a leasehold of a term of 940 years and 6 months, with effect or commencing 1st of February 1962, and attracting an annual rent of 51,250 shillings. This property became a subject matter in succession case, High Court case number 1239 of 2008. May I repeat that this land or property became the subject matter of a succession case number High Court 1239 of 2008 at Nairobi in the matter of the estate of James Kanyotu. On 7th of October 2009, the High Court in the said succession case issued orders restraining any dealings with the land pending the hearing of the succession dispute in the estate of James Kanyotu. The said court order was received by the Ministry of Lands, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development under presentation number 574 of July 2010 and was duly registered. In another civil case, number 461 of 2012, the High Court, sitting in the Commercial Division, issued orders lifting or purporting to lift the orders issued in the Family Division, succession course number 1239 of 2009. This order was received again under presentation number 686 of 11th of February 2013. Along with other orders, a transfer for this property to Trade Setters Limited was received, and the transfer again was received under presentation number 687 and also registered. This transfer was to Trade Setters Investment Limited. On 21st of August 2014, Trade Setters Investment Limited transferred the land to Marriott Africa Limited under presentation number 2631 of 21st of August 2014. Later, on 29th March 2015, Marriott International Limited surrendered the title to the government in consideration of subdivision and extension of use. On 30th July 2025, this year, a decree dated 10th July 2025 in ELC case number 4 of 2021, which is formerly case number ELC 115 of 2019 FICA High Court, was also determined. The ELC court at Milimani issued orders. That's now the current case. Issued orders cancelling and revoking the transfer to Trade Setters Investment Limited, Marriott International Limited, and all the resultant subdivisions, thereby restoring the land to original ownership by Kagaita Coffee Estate Limited. And this decree was received by Nairobi Central Land Registry under presentation number 1283 of 30th July 2025. The ministry has complied with the orders of the court and cancelled and revoked the transactions as ordered, and details of those cancellations, including all the subdivisions, are contained in the decree that I have referred to, and judgment dated, signed, and delivered on 10th of July 2025. What is the current position? That cancellation by the decree of 10th of July 2025 restores the land back to Kangaita Coffee Estate Limited. I confirm the Central Registry has effected and implemented the court order, like we have done in all those other orders, some of them in favor possibly of the people now accusing me. The allegation, therefore, that the Cabinet Secretary and any other person by the Senator Kiambu is false, malicious, and intended to bring the Cabinet Secretary to disrepute. Further, it is obvious that the Senator for Kiambu County, Karungo Wathangwa, picked this issue to politicize the same, deliberately intending to mislead and incite the public against the government in a hopeless and cheap propaganda without any iota of evidence or any record to show to the public. The truth of the matter is that Karungo Wathangwa has never even consulted me or called me or made an inquiry through me or my officers in respect of this. The question is, what is his interest? Is it to malign the cabinet secretary, or what is he looking for? And the government. I am aware that after that, the following day, they headed to other areas with maybe different propagandas, most of those propagandas being falsehood. So, in my file, this is the title we are referring to, and this title is number 112. What is this number? Yeah, IR 88741, land reference number 11261 or stroke 76, and I said land survey plan number 240775. I was also aware, because ordinarily we also sometimes pick ground reports. I'm aware that the litigation has been for many years. And true, this litigation is known to me personally before I became a cabinet secretary, because at one time I represented the family of the late James Kanyoki. Do I regret that? No. I was properly and rightfully within my mandate as a lawyer acting on instructions. Is there any reason to maybe say I have conflict? No, because these entries are normally done under the guidance of the Chief Land Registrar sitting next to me, and it is done at the registry. And I don't have to follow normally any single entry. As you are aware, countrywide, I have registrars seated, working, making entries, transactions for the public. Why would Karungo Wathangwa go that direction? He may have a personal interest. Maybe that is a discussion for another day, because standing in the public to give false information and trying to incite the public will not work in this particular case. What is going to work, or what may work? My free advice: the people who bought are also before the court. If they can engage the court and persuade the court otherwise, I will record the judgments or the results of their litigation. I'm also aware, without going to the merits or demerits of the appeal, that they are making an attempt to appeal. Why would they not want to wait for the appeal? They are on the land. The people who bought, there is no church. He referred to church, Redeemed Church, and also, I think in Kiswahili you can call it Mkombozi. Mkombozi was a broker or an agent, according to the information I have, selling for and on behalf of the companies I have listed. So, this is the land. There may be people who bought, but I can assure you, anybody who bought land there, bought with knowledge and information. I think, as usual for some of us Kenyans, they were going for a quick bargain without interrogating whether there is a litigation, because these are not new litigations. So the solution for them, engage the court, and the court will give you justice. If the decision does not favor you, it was fraudulently sold. There are many illegalities irregularities in the transfers, and that is what the judgment, which I'm holding here, which we have implemented. This is the judgment, ELC number 4 of 2021. So every detail of how the land moved from the Kanyotu family to trendsetters, which, by the way, you might want to do your own search. Trendsetters, the companies, the CR12 shows that there are some directors there. Do your own homework, but the short of it all is that these companies belong to Kamresh Partner. He's the one who was stealing fraudulently without the consent of the entire family. The issues raised by the court, there was no consent, and the consent that was available before the court was found to be a forgery or fraudulent. No land of this size, which is an agricultural land, can change hands without a proper land control consent. That's what the court said. Number two, as the transfers were being effected, and maybe that is an oversight on the part of my ministry, is that there were other court orders that were existing, and therefore the court found that the orders were existing and they were improperly purported to be removed by another court. If you want to discharge, to raise, to lift any court order, you must visit that court through that court file that had issued the order. What did these people do? They ran away and avoided the main court file, which is the succession case, and went to secure some court orders that now have landed us into the situation where we are in. Anybody who has bought the land, I don't want to go to the merit. They have a court case, these people, but the people Karungo purports to represent are actually not before the court. The court did not find that there were litigants in this case. So Ukombozi appeared as an interested party. But you know, interested party, if you have an interest, you need to file your suit and be heard substantially or substantively by the court. I think that is the end of my press conference. This is a copy of the decree. It has various pages and listed the parcels that have been cancelled. And therefore, I'm doing my work, we are doing our work. If you bring a decree tomorrow, we peruse, we verify, we register. If you bring another one cancelling the earlier one, we peruse, verify the decree with the court, and also look at our records, and we enter. When we haven't done that, if we do, we are held in contempt. So let Karungo Wathangwa, as a senator of Kiambu, talk properly the things that he can actually ascertain. Is there any land that I own in Kiambu? I don't have a single property, not just Roiro, in the entire Kiambu. I don't have, not in my name or in any proxy or any nominee. I do not have. Am I the one litigating in court? No, I have no practicing certificate. He alleged that I'm using my daughter. My daughter is a lawyer by her own right. She was my former partner. Will she leave the partnership because of this case? No. There are many other matters that come before me or come before the registry, not for me to transact, but many times even by way of complaints. And literally, we are doing our work. So Karungo Wadhangwa will meet me in court for scandalizing me maliciously, without any fact, without any evidence. And I will dare him in court. When you find him, tell him we shall meet in court. Let us do clean politics, or some politics with some, I mean, I expected the senator would know that obviously I will react. Possibly, it is meant to intimidate me into joining. I think I do not know. I suppose, I have also seen a lot of social media. We are waiting for Alice Waome to respond. I will not be intimidated from where I sit by those kind of people. The truth is out there with you. Maybe he didn't know. If he wants facts, mnaweza kumsaidia na mumwambie mimi na yeye tukutane kwa mahakama. Lazima aniambie ni shamba gani nimeiba hapo kwa hii shamba. Silikuleta title na area, alete deed plan. Whether through whoever, he will have to answer for those claims. Thank you very much. Any question? We can take her and then come to you.
My name is Natalia, I write for the country. First of all, thanks for the clarification, but also I would like also to find out, as you already spoken out and said, particularly the Senator Federal Protocol, maybe you can tell us the time frame today, now, or tomorrow, in that
I will see. Yeah.
There was a mischief from the transfer from the original parcel of land to the third party, to the brokers. Was any part of maybe one of the officials from the Ministry of Lands involved in that transfer of the mischief? And what action as the CS are going to take upon the officers, maybe if they found involved in such this? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Let me first say that I will not give timeline, but it is soon. I will seek the advice of my lawyers, but I can tell you within 30 days, maybe, I will be able to get Mr. Karungo as a defendant for malicious damage, malicious publication, libel. Hizi vitu zote ambaye mnasikianga, he cannot, and we must stop people who want to intimidate government and public officers or want to bring down people with the falsehood. That's one. So soon he will find himself with a litigation by myself. Nothing stops me from filing the suit. Number two, you are asking about the mischief. My officers relied on a court order. I think in this particular case, I want to confirm that that court order has now been lifted. And therefore, relying on a court order, I may not be able to say that there was mischief, because a court order was registered and was presented. There is a day book number. So we will see, and we regularly we have told our officers to even scrutinize court orders to see whether there is any anomaly. In this particular case, the court order that was presented to the registry from another court file, that court file did not involve the parties or the owners of the property. That court file, number 461, you will get the details. Sorry, maybe I can get some water, although we are finishing.
That's still on PSC.
That was a civil case, 461 of 2012. I mean, these are not litigation. You know, Karungo is talking like it is something that I have come up with the other day. It's an old litigation. And I worked for this estate for many years. Okay? So the litigation was there. it is that litigation that produced an order to take to the succession litigation file 1239 of 2008 to lift the injunction that restrained any transactions. Therefore, your question whether there is any mischief, my officers were given a court order. They implemented it. The court is the one that has now enabled my officers to do revocation through another court order. So if maybe you can see that in the circumstances, my officers may have acted within the mandate, within what, because they are not the ones arguing the cases. Good? Anything else?
I'm right from there. You say on 29th March, Michael surrendered the title to the government for subdivision.
Yes.
What was the motivation?
They were doing subdivisions for purposes of, if once you want to, or your approval for your plan for subdivision is approved, once you get approval and you are ready to register subdivision parcels, having gone through all the survey, the planning and survey and approval by the counties, the specific county, then when you bring to us, you must bring back the mother title. You have heard about mother title or original title. You must bring it back because you cannot have babies without a mother. So that we can give you subdivision titles, you know, for the parcels, you must surrender. The surrender is to government. Then we give you new parcels, new numbers, new certificates. The entries are all here. All the entries from first to the last, including the current entry, which is marked in for cancellation of the titles. Of the parcels. Now we have cancelled also the parcels. Because once you cancel the original title, actually the resultant subdivisions fall out.
During the reconciliation, before the subdivision, was the owner of the original parcel of land within that framework? Because I believe the way you said, before you do a subdivision, it depends on the original parcel of land. For you now to bring out the three numbers from the original parcel of land. So the time you're doing
Not three, there are many. These ones are many. They are like,
for example, three or many.
Whatever number.
Yes, whatever number. So the time you're doing that subdivision, the subdivision can only relate from the original certificate, say the mother. You must have that original certificate.
Yes, we were given.
Were they involved during that subdivision?
Which persons? Okay, this land moved from Kangaita to Trade Center. Yes, yes, and they gave away the title. The title moved from Kangaita to Marriott International. Marriott is the one that subdivided. The church is not an owner, has no proprietary rights. It's usually Redeemed Church or Mukombozi. Ukombozi or Mukombozi, I don't even know why they are in court, but they were not registered in any way. They were, I'm told from some of the pleadings and the responses here in court, that they were agents. And even now, they're the ones possibly having to answer to the people they sold to. Yeah. Including his cooks and drivers. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, there is Marriott. What are you asking about Marriott?
the directors for the minority.
I'll give you the CR12 because the names are from India to Ukraine. I think you'll find that one of them is a driver, another one could be a messenger, holding one share. The main chair director has 99 maybe 0.9% of the shares. So I think I don't want to say more unless there is any sticky question not answered. Thank you very much for coming once again. Thank you. Thank you for coming in big numbers.
We know what you mean.
Coffee. Oh, chai. Wapi maji hapa? Vijana unajua ni lunch hour. I know I'm sorry. Hapa tunatumia tu maji ama hewa.
Omedia. Kwa kamera. Kwa kamera.
Okay, there is a few, this statement has a few meanings. There's a few errors. But I think the gist is there. But I think there is